Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Soundtrack, let that go. But we know it's flex. But listen, we having you home, Max. Yo, listen, Harlem love you. Harlem love Jim. Harlem love Cam, Mace, Harlem World. Everybody.
I love this too. You heard?
We don't need that, man. Y'all, yo, listen. We know everything that happened. That's 18 years ago. Y'all just was kids, damn near. We need y'all together, bro. If y'all can't, you know what I mean, put that difference to the side, but at least just keep it peaceful.
Let me tell you something. We all family, man. We all got wives. That was a different time. I'm not out here disrespecting nobody, lady. It was a different time. If somebody felt offended from the last night performance, to anybody who I've offended, my bad, I apologize. Sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart. But it wasn't a diss for nobody. I was just improvising, just to keep y'all up to speed. All right? You already know the internet been going crazy since I've been out trying to make some shit. And what it ain't is. So that's just the enemy trying to tap in to the 5D cosmic layer and put some shit negative out there that niggas not even into. I'm running around here with my kids and I'm getting money.
Yo, hey man, make sure you got like, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the notification bell. Man, listen, man, from what I'm seeing, there was a song, a diss track, an old diss track that Max B performed, and it was at basically a club night out last night. Funk Flex was the DJing, and they played this song, and the song was an old diss. It went a little like this. So this is something that he already had done years ago, but he come forward today, and after the blogs took it and went crazy and say, I didn't mean it in that type of way. I was just improvising. I got my boy Dre from around the way, New York, New Jersey, stand up. What up, Dre?
Yeah, what's good, E?
Man, I'm just looking at it, man, and Max B, you know, I've been covering him ever since he came home. You know, anybody done did a stint, you know, I just watch it because it's a part of my legacy. So it's like, man, Max B been looking good. I ain't really seen nothing, you know, look like it. I for sure didn't think I would see this coming, but the internet done took this and ran with it. And so much so that Max B had to speak out and say, hey, man, I didn't really, you know, I didn't really mean it that way. And I didn't really mean for nobody to feel a way about it. I'm not dissing nobody's wife. I'm not dissing Jim. You know, pretty much he trying to get past that after 16 years. What do you think about that?
I mean, he has to, listen, it's not like he has a bunch of new music out, right? So when he's performing, he has to perform certain music in his catalog, which isn't a big catalog from the beginning, but music in his catalog that his fans are familiar with. You know, he's making current music right now, but if you're going to perform, you got to perform to something people know. I don't think he's naturally trying to go at Jim at this point, but if there's a song that was buzzing before he went in, he's going to perform it. That's just the unfortunate truth about it.
But this was a different era, man. Like, this was a time when music was different, when you put music out differently, DVD, mixtape era, rapping on, you know, Lil Wayne was notorious for rapping on top of somebody else's beat. There's a lot of stuff out there that people decided to go with during those times, man. But the thing I loved about it, he said he done got past that, man. And I commend him for that, because he ain't out here, you know, he could be out here wilding, but we got some guys down here in the South, Honeycomb, Brazy. We got some guys out here ain't playing no games and came home and, you know, it's up, you know. But then, like I say, for him, I love the way he was moving, because it was almost like everything was fun, from going to the Jets game, from coming home, French Montana and them putting him in the Louis store and everybody embracing him. But you seen that, you know, people tried to say that he was, you know, doing this or that, or, you know, they was at the internet been wanting this. They've been wanting they want the smoke. They want the flex. That's what the internet thrives off of. And so I didn't want to see him fall into a trap like that, especially when he's engaged now and he's doing his thing, man. Don't let nothing knock you off your square. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, listen, how long he was down for? 15, 12 years? I forgot exactly how long he went in.
They said I thought it was 15. It's either 15 or 16 years, man. He been gone
about 15 years. Yeah, about 15 years. So when you know that, I think, listen, he's trying to catch it. We talked about this the last time. He's trying to catch that feeling. He's trying to be relevant. He's the wave guy. Listen, he's trying to listen. Celebrity is a delicate thing. And you've been in jail for 15 years. So think about how many other new and how many other new artists have come along that also have disappeared. So, he's trying to get that moment. And he's only performing what he has to perform. And I don't think he's naturally going at Jimmy. I think he's just riding his wave right now. And that's just the truth.
Yeah,
he's riding that wave.
A lot of people, try to pin them up against each other, man. Try to look at it. It's been something that they've been brewing. From Mano being at the game or whatever it may be, where it be, Max B basically is out here, out and about. Every time you would see something, now it's been, let's see how Jimmy's going to respond. Let's see what he says. Let's see if what he think about him being home. He wrote all his music, blah, blah, blah. You hear all these things. So it's really like a dead center set to try to pin one against each other. But when you done sit down for a long time, like he has, I just don't see him sitting in there and thinking about this the whole time and not getting past it. You have a lot of time to sit back and think. And I think that with the time that he was allotted to come home and still be alive, to come home and be able to have the same people, the infrastructure where people still love him, it's way more deeper than coming home to argue or fuss with somebody. Man, that's the furthest thing from your mind when you coming home. You ain't thinking about, I'm going to get at Jim when I come home and all that. No, not after 15, bro. You blessed and happy that you going to get out and that you made it out because you could have died in that place. So I've been looking at what my boy Max B been doing, and I'm loving the movement so much so I felt good about his being celebrated. And I'd heard Mike Epps say that you shouldn't, you should be you're a failure when you come home and all that. I heard that. I spoke on it the other day because I just felt like different cases really set up different scenarios. So basically, it's so many different ways to look at that thing that you can't look at it one way. So I was happy to see him out as a brother coming home and hoping he can get back on his good foot and get things going again for himself and maybe feed some, some kids and people that look like me. You know what I'm talking about?
Listen. The question is, was he rehabilitated while in there, right? And I know for a fact some of his demons that he had going into prison. So, and I know that for a fact being around that. Was he rehabilitated? Number one, and who he is coming out of it, like you said. If he's trying to feed his family, if he's trying to just catch that wave again, make a few hits, see where it takes him, I'm all for it. America's a place of a second chance. And that's just the bottom line. I want to see, listen, I'm not going to pedestalize him for what happened. No, but if he came home, he served his time, live it up.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is that he spoke up. He didn't have to speak up. He could have. The internet has a way of making you to where you have to make a decision. Do you want to ride into it, or do you want to be a stand-up guy and say, "Hey, no, that's not what I meant, bro. I'm way past that." For him to come out and say that, I think that was dope, and I just really, really respect that, man. You know what I mean? I really respect that.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have to do it.
As permanent enemies, bro. No such thing as permanent enemies. In business is only permanent interest. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Let Max B become relevant, and let him make about 2 or 3 smash hits. If Max called Jim and say, "Listen, let's put this aside and get this money," they'll say, "We're on the world together."
You did say that last time. You did say that.
That's what it's always about. That's what it's always about.
I think if it's going to happen, I think Mano and all those guys will have to be a lot of the infrastructure to make it happen. Being bridges instead of walls, saying positive things, helping them both to count. Because your friends, you know, sometimes can help or hurt a situation. And if you got some stand-up guys around you, like I say, when I look at Mano and these guys that done did time, you know, and just like myself, like you level-headed. You're not out here trying to see two people collide and all that. You know, it's not cool when you know already what y'all been through, especially at the I like to say the elderly age, because it is an older age. And when you done got past 40 and you could have been dead, it's a lot of dudes don't make it to 40, 45, 42. It's a lot of dudes dead right now that didn't make it. So when you look at all the people that the fallen soldiers, man, Chinks, everybody that ain't here no more, you know, all these, what was that little dude? He didn't make it to be 20 years, 23, 24 years old. The nigga used to kick his feet and they sounded like 50 Cent. I forgot his name. What is his name? He just passed a few years ago. The little dude, he had the braids.
You talking about Fred the God?
No, he died in L.A. He died in L.A. They tried to rob him.
Oh, you talking about yeah. You talking about my man from Brooklyn? Yeah.
He sounded like 50 Cent. What was his name?
Yeah, she like the way the
Yeah, that little dude, like, he didn't make it to be the age that these guys is, so it's a win for these guys, man. And that's crazy. I know they're gonna kill me in the comments. Find that dude's name. I'm not getting off here without saying it. I got it. I gotta find it right now. Yeah. And that's sad, 'cause I just was on talking about him and listening to his music with my nephews yesterday, when or day before yesterday for Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah.
Yo, he had it for a second. Him and at the same time, him and Bobby Shmurda, they had it for a second, man. Bobby Shmurda,
Pop Smoke.
Yeah,
that was him. I knew I was gonna get it. I was talking about him the day before yesterday. He had it. He had it going. He was gonna be huge.
Pop had it. Yeah.
But you know,
them East New York, Brooklyn dudes, Brooklyn and Brownsville dudes, they had it for a second. But you know, like I said, you know, that celebrity is like that. It's a flashpoint. You figure Smurda, Rowdy Rebel, they were hotter than fist grease. Pop Smoke, hotter than fist grease. Rowdy Rebel, Smurda get locked up. Think about it. Just think about that whole little that time capsule. Bobby Smurda's hot, Rowdy Rebel's hot, they get locked up, right?
Yeah.
Pop Smoke, unfortunately, loses his life. The next person I'm gonna name, I was never a fan of him, but when you look at Tekashi at that moment, right? Because all this happened around the same time. When you look at Tekashi at that moment, hot, you know, even though he was corny, yo, people was rocking with what he was doing. When you look at everybody from that moment of New York City and how it came into
and you know, Cardi B caught the intel wave of that too. So, you know,
yeah, but she was a little bit before them. But at least she has some type of staying power. You know, when you're talking about them dudes, you know, like I said, like Smurda went in hot, Rowdy Rebel went in hot, Pop Smoke lost his life when everybody was, she looked away at Dior, like everybody. So
yeah, but it was a thing where all of them. Man, it was just a time where even the women held it down for New York, man. When you look at Cardi, Nicki, Young M.A., like them they were holding it down holding it down for a minute when nobody wasn't able to get nothing going. Then you seen Bobby Shmurda pop in there and start doing his thing, and then the Pop Smoke thing. So I was keeping close look on them. I've been waiting on Scarlett to just break loose and break. You know, she did her thing, but it wasn't on the level I thought it would have been on. So I was really rocking with what she been, you know, when she came out the gate, to be honest with you. So I
mean, and don't forget, around about that same time, Casanova gets locked up.
Yeah, sure did.
So, like I told you, all of that is a capsule. You got to look at. That's how hip hop is, man. When I look, like when we were talking about T-Pain the other day, I look over my shoulder and I'm looking at all the people I was dealing with, whether in the studio, like dressing, or just in the studio, just being around. Yo, it's a blur. And if you're not about to, that's why I say, you know, Max is trying to catch that blur. I don't think he even have the mindset of worried about Jim Jones right now. You got 15 years to make up, homeboy.
Yeah. I don't
That's a
think so
10 years to
either.
make up.
I don't think so either. And I think people are reaching, you know, and I think when you look at the guys that are being released from that's just getting out, he's one of the pinnacles, man, when you look at it, because Big Meech was released. You got all these different people that was Honeycomb Brazy came home. You know, Pooh Shiesty is home now. He's getting ready to make his run and break through. These guys are coming. These guys are getting out, man. And as you see these guys come home, you know, it's like, man, you know, what can we expect from Max B? What can we expect from Pooh Shiesty? What can we expect from Honeycomb Brazy and these guys? How can you guys get it right this time and not end up going back and sitting down again behind some foolishness? We're not out here to see them go back and sit down. I want to see them make some, whether it be some good music. We know that the money ain't where it used to be when it comes to just the streaming, but if you lock into the branding and you lock into the things that the shows, and you start putting those elements together, you can put yourself a nice independent run together. Max B, Honeycomb Brazy. You don't have to sell your soul for a jelly roll either. You know, you can do it yourself. If you just, you could do it yourself. You don't have to wait, because there ain't no sense in waiting. You got to post. You got to create. What somebody said the other day, it's crazy that a street nigga like me should have to worry about if he have to get on the internet. He got to get on the internet, and he have to become personal with it if he want to make some money, or he need to put somebody on the internet, because that's the avenue of where the piping is coming from right now. It ain't like it used to be. You said